Alright, hey again everyone, welcome back. Currently on part 194, and I think I forgot to make that say part 194. Nope, I've remembered, I guess. Okay, cool. Anyways, yeah, we're back on part 194. Take a guess. Do I even need to explain it? Come on, take a guess. But yeah, we're gonna be doing some more mining for the next 4 hours or so. Um, yeah, alright. We're currently on day 1931. And over the past 48 hours or so, we've made very substantial progress at whittling down all this old cobblestone that's behind the mountains. Not the mountains, behind the mountains, right? Let's take a peek. This all used to be cobblestone. All this. You can see the remnants and some pillars, which, by the way, used to go that tall. That's 180 blocks, by the way. Those have been destroyed, and so have some on a similar scope on the other side, all the way out in the front. Used to have some that go about that tall, so 40, 60 blocks, whatever, not too bad. Of course, you get around and it starts getting higher and higher and higher, and this is where we left it off last time. But I've since ignored that part to go work on the very tall pillars. And as you can see, we've got quite a lot of tall pillars to work on. So yeah, I'm hoping to get this backside done here today over the next 4 hours. I have no idea if that'll happen, because to be quite frank, this is a lot of stuff. Like, oh my god, this was a bad idea to make these. And just to give you a little bit more context, I hit 100,000 cobblestone mined yesterday. On the 4 hours that I streamed early this morning, I hit 129,000. So I mined about 29,000 cobblestone within 4 hours, because this is all I've done for like 2 days now. Literally, I just decided I want to get this done. I just out of nowhere. Like, the update's coming out, I want to get this done. So I've sat here for 12 hours within the past 36 or so, and I'm on cobblestone. So, to give you a little recap of what I did last night, I'm on cobblestone yesterday from like 8 to 12 yesterday, like 8 in the morning and 12 in the afternoon, and then took a nap, and then I'm on cobblestone again from like 4 to 10 or something like that. Not 4 to 10, like 6 to 10. I know I ended at 10, so I had to have been about that. And then I mined some more cobblestone, and it tastes like cobblestone. So I'm not giving it a fade, Lenny. I'm just trying to get rid of all of it. So I've just been mining cobblestone for a very long time. So you know how it is. Well, you don't, but I'm trying to get the angle lined up. There we go. Because you can do that, right? Now if I hit F3 and T, it'll refresh. So I'm not holding down left click right now, but I do need to readjust my angle because I kind of fucked it up by accident. There we go. So you can angle it just right where if you hit F3 and T to reload the assets and all that, or excuse me, to reload resource packs while holding left click, it'll remember that you held left click, but it doesn't know that you actually stopped holding left click. So now it's just mining down 2 blocks at a time. And then when I reach the bottom, I hit left click again to stop mining. Then I fly all the way back up to the top, and I do it again for the next two, and the next two, and the next two, and the next day, and the next day, and it just keeps going until it all goes away. So just here for a bit. This is it for 4 hours, by the way, Lenny. Like, there's literally nothing else is gonna happen. I'm going to sit here for 4 hours and make sure that this gets done. So, you know, this is it. So yeah. Hey, I'm getting there. At this rate, I'll definitely have it done by the new update, which would be very nice to be able to do. And that's one part of it done. And now time to do the same thing like 10 or 20 more times just to do one pillar. I didn't think I was gonna land that. There we go. Well, I hope you like cobblestone. I'm just hoping OBS doesn't crash again, because it loves doing that for some reason. I'm sure it'll be fine. Hopefully. Probably not, but it's easy enough to reopen at least. Hello, Mr. French guy. I'm mining cobblestone. Look at it go. It's cobblestoning all over the place. No. It's fine. Also, I'm just talking quiet because I feel like talking quiet. I'm sure it's fine. It's probably fine. Okay, let's find out. Ah, it's fine. You're just a loser. Get out of here. You when you have ADHD and can't focus on anything ever? That's crazy. Yeah, but you know, see, if I have music in the background, that means I have to take kind of get music set up, and then it makes me not want to do anything because I have to get the music set up. So you know, the Minecraft says it's music time, but barring that, I don't really care. It's got to get done. One way or another, this is getting done. Exactly. See, Mary gets it. I'm thinking about streaming Splatoon after this is all said and done, so that way I can actually like do anything else with my time after a certain point. And just have your own music picture. It's that easy. Exactly. See, Mary gets it. Or if I play the same like song on loop, pretty much. Okay, now I would never go that far because what the free average white girl music though. But no, we don't do Taylor Swift here because what the Sigma? I'm just waiting for OBS to crash because it likes doing that. Well, let's see here. I think I started mining this about 2 minutes into the stream. It's currently been 10 minutes and 30 seconds, and I've done a quarter of it. So it might be something like half an hour a pillar, which is a lot of time. So realistic that I could do 8 pillars every 4 hours if that ends up being true. Give or take a couple minutes, maybe another half hour variance. So who knows? That's not factoring in any time that I need to take to go fix the pickaxe or nothing like that. So might be closer to 7 pillars, but by then I'm sure I could round it up to 8, I suppose. But who knows? He's so damn tall, I have to use 4 fireworks or 3 fireworks to get up here. Yeah, half an hour a pillar would be about the time it looks like it's gonna take to do this, so it'll be another couple of days of mining still on top of this to get it all done. Unless I want to do this for 12 hours straight until like 5 a.m., but I probably don't want to do that. I'm still thinking about it, so I would rather have it done. Oh, I'm doing. I'm probably fine. I don't know. I've only spent 12 hours over the weekend mining cobblestone, so as well as you would expect. Just tired of it though. I gotta get it done. I've been procrastinating on it for like a year by now, and it's gotta get done. So it is what it is. Need to go make a pit stop to go get more firework rockets before I burn through the rest of these. Go ahead and grab that. And we'll grab a stack of those. And while we're here, since we do have some extra guardians, we'll go ahead and get this pickaxe fixed up real quick. Here we go. And we're back to it. You know, sucks to suck. Just have better eyesight, Merrick. You know this. Guys, it's just a bright thing of red in like the middle of all this gray. I mean, it should be fine, clearly. 22 minutes in, and we've taken out 3/4 of a single pillar. So yeah, it looks like we can do about a quarter every 8 minutes and a whole pillar about every half hour or so. So if we can do an entire pillar in half an hour, all we need to do is find the number of pillars, and then we should be able to figure out how long it'll take to actually get this done. And then I can plan around that accordingly. So yeah, we'll find out. So let's actually do this whole pillar first as fast as we can, so that way we can make sure we get a more accurate measure of what's going on. Graph, how you doing? I'm mining cobblestone. And it's gonna be this for 4 hours because I made a big mistake a year ago and now I gotta fix it after putting it off for like a whole year. A little too much cobblestone, but you know, what can you do? Oh, 4 hours on top of what I've already done for today, Lenny. So this will make it like 8 hours. And it was 8 hours yesterday as well. Yep. Got too much to get through. I've got about, I don't even know, like 15 to 20 of these pillars left to do at least. And from what it looks like, they take about half an hour a piece to do. So if I've got 20 pillars and each one takes half an hour, then it'll take me another 10 hours to mine them all. Oh, you were here for yesterday's stream. Fair enough. Well, either way, it's all it's been is mining. I woke up at 8 this morning, mined for 4 hours till 12, got lunch, took a nap, and now I'm back here. So, yeah. I get some more cobblestone. See, but that's the thing. You would think that, right? And I've actually made a whole shulker box of TNT, and on top of that, I actually finally started using TNT dupers in this world because I thought they would help. They don't. That's the problem. The walls, because it's in a diamond, right? The walls are too physically spread out from each other for TNT to really do anything. So for a TNT duper to break one of these pillars, I would have to have four of them at very specific points to hit as much as possible. And even then, they'll leave air gaps too. You know, they'll leave like blocks of like cobblestone floating that I have to go through and manually mine with like an elytra to get in there. And not only that too, because of the raw height of these, you know, we're talking about 180 blocks of height, and TNT only falls down like 70 blocks. And oh yeah, I am Marrow. But yeah, TNT only falls down like 70 blocks. So I would have to rebuild the same TNT duper 3 separate times to mine one pillar. For one. And there's not one. There's like 20 or 30 of them by now. 15 to 30. I don't even know, dude. It is so many. So many. So I did give it a real try to use TNT dupers, even on the small ones. I just couldn't do it. So, you know, it's not as good as you would think. I wish it was, but, well, it's just not. But with these last two columns here, this will be one pillar fully knocked down. So yeah, that estimate of about half an hour per pillar is pretty on the nose. So we'll do a head count of all the other pillars we get to mine, and then we'll just go ahead and multiply them by our half hour, and then we should have a rough idea of how long it's going to take to finish this. Because again, it has been 12 hours since Saturday morning, and it's Sunday afternoon, so it's been 36 hours since I really started this, and it's, you know, wait a minute to read that, hang on. Because depending on it, I might have to. Oh, good luck, man, and I appreciate the kind words. Oh, I get what you're saying. Okay, that is a pretty that's a good idea, but at the same time, I don't actually know if it even works like that. It might, but even then, I would be using 8 TNT a layer. But I get what you're saying, though. But then I had to fill in the floor too with stuff, which yeah, granted the TNT probably blows up most of it, but I may have to try that. But you know, we'll find out. Huh? Yeah, because then the water would push it all to the sides. Okay, yeah, I could see that. I don't know if it would work, but at that point it would still be in water. Well, yeah, half an hour. Pretty much on the dot, half an hour to mine a 180 block tall pillar. So yeah, about 8 minutes a quarter. And yeah. Let's do a head count then. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And then we've got, oops, and we got all those other ones at the bottom. So we got 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. We'll say 24. Yeah, so this would be another 12 hours. Now, I'm aware there are smaller ones, which obviously wouldn't take half an hour to mine, but it's easier to just say it'll take 12 hours because I've also got to factor in things like fixing in my pickaxe, getting more firework rockets because I'm burning through all of these and things of that nature. So, yeah. Let's also clear this small little section. So yeah, 12 more hours of this to from now to get all these mined out. 12 hours. That's doable. It's just 4 hours, and I say just, it's just 4 hours a day for another 3 days to get this done, or alternatively, it's 2 hours a day for the next week, which, again, is doable. I don't know if I want to do that, but I kind of have to be perfectly honest. Don't really have a choice, I suppose. As long as it gets me done with it, right? But that puts it into perspective a lot better, you know. I gotta spend 12 hours mining cobble to get all this done. I can definitely spend at least 4 tomorrow doing this. I'm spending 4 starting now pretty much. So I will be done streaming at 10 p.m. Eastern. So that gets me my 4 today. And then another 4 tomorrow would put me at 8 out of 12. And then Tuesday, I could do 2 or 4 and then be done with it. Or I could do 2 on Tuesday and then 2 on Wednesday and be done with it. So yeah, I could be done with this week. That would be very cool. Maybe it's finally time I actually finish it off. Ah, looks like I never lit up all those, huh? Dang. That's fine, I suppose. Oh, OBS hasn't crashed yet, so that's usually a good sign. I think I'm in the clear for once. Yeah, every time I ban one, more pop up. Who would have thought? All right. Let's see here. There we go. I gotta remember how to add like follow notifications on Twitch. I've been ignoring it for a long time now because I keep forgetting to actually do something about it. I used to have them when I had Twitch Studio, but then I moved over to OBS and I never got following notifications set back up. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that one of these days. Not super high priority for me right now, but it is something I would like to have done at some point. And let's also make sure we got that pulled up. There we go. What the farming indeed, no way. I gotta go make more fireworks because I haven't made any in a while and I'm running low. So let's go pop down to the gunpowder farm and see what we got. Oh, we've officially passed a double chest, which is quite nice. I believe 9 stacks with 9 stacks of paper makes 27 fireworks. So let's go ahead and remember where I put that sugar cane. I had a box already done, I believe, but honestly, I'm not sure. Yeah, silver bamboo. You know, I'm not really sure what I did with it. But does it really matter? Probably not. Also, I gotta get these cleaned up at some point in the future. Ah, here's where I left some spares at least. Okay, well, might as well go put the sugarcane farm to use real quick. There for a reason, you know. Oh, I know what I would have done with it. It would have been over here or something. Yeah, there we go. It's a good chunk of it. And let's also maybe put that down there. There we go. And yeah, let's go ahead and get some sugarcane. I still need to refill in all this mud at some point too, so there's that to keep in mind. Yeah, these are leftovers from the TNT duper that I used the first time. It didn't go very well. Luckily, mud's not that hard to get a hold of, obviously, because it's just mud, so it's, you know, easy enough to fix, but I still gotta take the time to fix it at some point, so we'll get it one day. Probably. That should probably cover me. Alright, let's see. What do we got? No way. Sugarcane. I don't believe it. Then I don't have a crafting table nearby. Here we go. And we'll put that down there. And we'll make some paper. And we need 2 more. Okay, overmade a little bit, but that's alright. That's really not too bad a deal at all. Go ahead and tuck that away. And we'll go ahead and tuck. We don't need to put any of these away now that I think about it. We'll just go ahead and drop this off in there. We'll keep the extra 2 stacks on me. That should stop me from having to refuel as often. And it's that easy, so yay, cool. I'm glad the creeper farm's been working while I've been working, so I don't have to worry about running out of gunpowder again for a very long time. I mean, 9 stacks of gunpowder will make me enough for a whole shulker box of fireworks, and I don't have to worry about sugar canes. That helps me a lot. Oh, actually hit him. Cool. I'm just taking some time to light this up before I forget. There we go. And I guess it can't hurt having both pickaxes on me, so I'm just bringing them both for now. We'll go ahead and trim off this top, and then I'm going to go sleep in my bed because I haven't done that in a while, and I think phantoms are going to start spawning the next day. I don't do that, so I need to make sure I go do that. Also, we're going to mine down those pillars, and then we will start work on another pillar here. Been an hour and 15 minutes or so, so we're getting there. Already done 2 today so far, not too bad. But it does take a long time to get this far, so I'll take what I can get though. There we go. I think we're gonna do this one a little differently since it got cut off pretty hard after a certain point. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna mine the top section of it out, and then do this one wide ring, and then we'll do the other section down there like normal. So just gotta get to that point first. There we go. It's a good chunk of that. And then we fly back up to the top, and then we're just gonna whittle it down bit by bit as we go on down. So I have to loop back around a bunch, but it's gonna be worth it. There we go. That's a good chunk of that done. Now back to it. Been an hour and a half, by the way. I think I'm gonna call it after this pillar since it's already been an hour and a half and I actually want to do other stuff today for once. So that puts me at 5.5 hours today and 8 hours yesterday. So it's been 13.5 hours straight of just mining. So, yeah. Regardless, I think we're on a good pace to get this wrapped up by the end of the week or so. Put in about 2 hours a day for the rest of the week. It should cover me. And, yeah, we're getting there. Just takes time and patience, but luckily I got both for right now. For now, that is, but you know. We're gonna mine these down just so that way I don't have to keep readjusting every couple of times I get up here. So we'll just flatten this layer out. Now the important thing too that I'm not, well, I'll take a break after I'm done with it there. I'm getting there, but, but yeah, the important thing I've been thinking about too a little bit is I actually don't know, I really, really don't know what I want to put in this mountain at all, like theming wise. Just because, didn't ask Lenny, but just because I actually have no idea what I want in it, right? I can't really just stick to one theme in it because it's so incredibly vast that there's no way I could have one single theme like medieval or sci-fi or whatever the hell the deal is to build like cities in here and stuff. It's too fucking big, right? I mean, and then not only that too, even if I use a good chunk of it for farming, it's like, even if I use a good chunk of it for farming, it's not even gonna, it literally will not even get close to taking up any of this space. Like it just won't. Like that sugarcane farm's massive on its own. Like that's a pretty damn big sugarcane farm, and it's not even close to filling up even like 100th of like this thing. Not even in terms of like floor space on like the ocean floor. It won't even get close there. And remember, we got all this height to work with, so I don't know. But well, I could put a statue of me, sure. I could probably put it in here to be honest, because this would be like a really cool place to have it, like kneeling down, like one on one knee and like trying to like hold it. I could probably do something like that. But besides that, I mean, I still want to actually have like cities and things in here and different farming areas. It's just a logistical thing after a certain point about where do the farms go and why, and I need to keep them close to my actual base in the island, unless I want to move my base out of the island at some point, which I might consider doing. After I kind of get all these hollowed out and I start building stuff in the mountain after I've built the mountain, I'm probably going to move my base from the island into the mountain because I think the mountain would be a lot cooler to have a base in. Um, and it should make me actually want to build a little bit more. I have to build, you know. But either way, I need like a massive amount of material of like every single kind to really build what I need to build. So emeralds are a great start, of course, because I can buy a lot of blocks from a lot of the villagers that I have. But besides that, I need a dirt farm for dirt, obviously, which also will double as a okay cobblestone farm. But not really. I'll have to build a dedicated cobblestone farm. But that dirt farm does double as a good sized wood farm for like spruce logs, which is nice. I'll have a dedicated bamboo farm for more like actual wood, so things that I use to make chests out of and you know, different like blocks and stuff like that, like support blocks like that. But not really for decoration, but just to make stuff like that, and then I can use the spruce for decoration instead. And then pretty much I gotta figure out what else to put in here too. I'm gonna revamp the shulker farm at some point. I don't actively need the farm shulker shell, so it's probably gonna go in a corner somewhere with like a couple other farms. So the idea being that I have to go over there to actually use those set of farms. So that way they're not constantly like running and like fucking up my base or anything like that. Because the one I'm built now is fine to run all the time because it's so small. But eventually I'm gonna revamp it to be much larger and much faster, so I would have to go there at like a dedicated time in that area to actually farm shulker shells if I need them. But I'm sitting on like 3 shulker boxes of shulker shells, so I don't really have to care at all. Um, so it's really not too big a deal at all. I can just dismantle it and leave it dismantled for a long time before it starts to matter. But either way, it should be fine. I'm thinking about blowing up that glass platform that I had built as well. Not sure about that though. I'm gonna leave it there for a while because I don't intend to move it at the moment, but we'll figure it out. And then the iron farm as well, I'd like to make a lot more efficient, especially now that auto crafters are gonna be a thing. I can have, of course, like the poppies go get bone mealed into composters or turn into red dye. And then, really, if I can get them composted into bone meal, then I can condense the bone meal into bone blocks. And then it'll be a bone block and iron block farm because I'll have an auto crafter system to just handle the crafting. So it saves me on storage a lot better, so I can have a much bigger capacity for iron, which is nice. And I'll probably mix it with some kind of shulker box loader as well. I just don't know what kind yet. Oh, it's crazy. Look at everything despawn. It's kind of funny. And again, that's only a small section of what I could build in here. There's so much space to work with that I really don't know, you know? But I gotta, I pretty much, any kind of block there is in the game, I gotta be able to farm somehow, to some extent. Or if it's something like sand, then that's something at least I can go mine for. But I have to be able to farm pretty much everything else in some way, shape, or form, just because I need a lot of access to a lot of different things. Concrete would be something I would love to have a bunch of, but it's concrete. It's like it's a bunch of sand and gravel, and I can get the dyes easy enough nowadays, but because I have to go out and mine all the sand and gravel by hand, it's going to be very annoying to do that. And I don't want to use like end portal duping to do that either. TNT duping is one thing because it's TNT, but actually duping something like sand and gravel or like any other gravity blocks for that matter, I don't feel too good about that personally, so if it came down to it, I would probably say fuck it and just go for it if I'm being real, but that's probably like a way out there kind of thing for me. So it's not impossible or nothing, just not something I'm interested in at the moment. But yeah, over this weekend I've made very good progress. We took out a whole 2 sides, and I've actually done quite a good chunk of the backside so far. And we're about 11, 10 to 12 hours or so from fully digging out all this stuff, which is very nice. We're getting there. But it still takes a lot of time though, so I'm gonna have to keep going with this, of course. And hey, I don't actually have work tomorrow, even though it's Monday, because I got a paid time off day, which is nice. But I need to take that day to do homework and stuff because I've kind of neglected it this past weekend, unfortunately. So I've got discussion post I have to write for one of my classes, and I have 4 easy quizzes I have to do in there. And then I have to read the textbook quite a bit because I need to outline some essay questions for my midterm on Tuesday. So I have to get that figured out. And then I've got my finance course I got to take on Tuesday as well. Probably while I'm at work at least, or a little bit while I'm at work. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Just got a lot going on. We're almost done with Get Another Pillar today. I think that makes 4 or 5 in this session. It's been an hour and 46 minutes, so it's been quite a while. But we're getting there, you know. Again, it's slow and steady. I don't need to blow through all this in one sitting or anything like that. And 16 hours of mining over the weekend's probably enough. Well, it's not 16, it's only 14 because I'm stopping early, but regardless, 14 hours of mining should be enough. at least for 1 week. And again, I've made a huge amount of progress over the weekend. There's still more to do, of course, but I've still done a lot, so it's something to be happy about at least. Let's also maybe whittle away some of this too while I'm still thinking about it. It really stinks you can't insta-mine cobblestone though. It's been like this for more than a decade or 15 years by now, right? And you still can't do it? That's just not cool. Alright, last small pillar here, and then we're gonna call it for now. At least I got all my fireworks restocked. I haven't done that in a hot minute. Because I used up pretty much all of my gunpowder making TNT that I'm not going to use, so it's just going to sit there for a while, unfortunately. But, you know, it is what it is. And we'll actually go take another peek at the gunpowder farm, too. I took 9 stacks out of it. I don't know how long it's been loaded for, so I don't know if I've even made back even 1 stack, just because I haven't been close enough to do anything with it. But that's what we're going to go find out, so, yeah. Go ahead and dip on through. And then, yeah, you can still see just how much we've got left to do, of course. And I want to redo a good chunk of this base at some point, I think, because I'm gonna move out of here one of these days. This area is probably gonna get demolished, and that area is probably gonna get reworked to be a little bit better. I like the tree and I like this, so these are probably gonna stay. I'm gonna build up the gunpowder farm to about here, and then like seal it off, and then flatten it, and then we'll kind of just redecorate with a lot more tree and foliage and all that kind of stuff, so it'll be cool. But that's a way in the future. Well, I suppose it's not that far in the future, but honestly, after I'm done digging, I might just try and clean up my base. But yeah, you know, it built up another 2.5 stacks or so. That's fine, all things considered. It's passable. It flows in quite a good bit too, all things considered. So okay, not bad. And this is only half capacity. I haven't really built this too much yet, so again, it's only halfway done. So I had a lot more materials for a lot more, but I never ended up finishing it, so it is what it is. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for me today here. We're currently on day 1937, and we have been mining for an hour and 49 minutes. So yeah, I've been here a little bit. So thank you all for watching, and I hope to see y'all again next time, probably tomorrow.